Zeus is always good versus Terrorblade, though.
Oh, well, all portions of the game.
Yeah, you're always going to be good to be able to clear the illusions and also find the real one. You pop your ulti, you know exactly where that real Terrorblade's going to be.
Yeah.
But that being said, Navi's got a very early game kind of lineup here. They, like Grant was saying, though, they can actually crush the lanes because of this Night Stalker, and the thing that they're lacking really is that team fight aspect, where I think Secret has them just a bit beat because of Axe and Wyvern. We'll see what they're going to be able to accomplish with these heroes. I'm looking forward to watching Navi's ban of Witch Dogs is the only 4th time in 5,100 games where it's been banned in the first phase. And look at that. Look at Pup. Okay, he's happy. That's a happy puppy, right?
Well, that looks like a puppy that's had Witch Doctor banned against him in the first phase.
Yeah, look, Weaver had a mango.
Oh, God damn it, I was going to play it again.
He used it.
Wait.
Because it's
it's
all pick. So he had the.
You have mango. Mid one saying rude words as well. Come on, watch it. So it's a family show. Family show mid one. Yeah, who else got the mango?
Now where were
I didn't get to click on everybody right away.
Doesn't he get a branch as well?
That's if you random.
Oh, he didn't random.
Random gives you the branch. Mango is if you pick the hero of the day, quote unquote.
Wait, where did the mango go?
He ate it.
Oh, okay.
He just used it right away. Okay, so.
Okay, we're balanced.
So it looks like Secret's trying to get a 1v1 matchup for the Axe. They're going to put him safe lane, and they're actually going to be the ones who go aggro tri lane. So we might just have both teams dodging. Like Grant was saying, we're going to have some musical lanes coming out. But okay. This is cool. This is, when you pick Zeus, it's very important to have, I mean, people have said it before, tower pushers. You need to have heroes that can actually hit buildings, take Roche, take these objectives. Because Zeus
I've got it.
Does not do that whatsoever. He's just a killer. That's all he does. He does highest damage in the game 90% of the time, but does not take objectives whatsoever. Here we go. Axe going toward bottom, and yep, we see Secret positioning themselves in that aggro tri lane. Tons of regen on them, and it's quite a strong one, with Naga being one of the more dominant ones. I think this is a good reaction too. We've seen teams in the past, they run these aggro tri lanes when they see something like a Spirit Breaker, so they can force that Spirit Breaker to stay up there, but this time it's a Night Stalker, so similar kind of instance where they can keep that Night Stalker from roaming around too much. And yeah, Navi's, they're trying to dodge. They don't want to do the try versus try. They're going to send the Nature's Prophet top to deal with that.
Alright, and in turn, Secret want to make the move again if they feel that it's really important to get that matchup when Navi could struggle.
Oh, mid one gets Treant. He's happy.
There's mid lane, indeed, mid one versus Dandy. And Puppy and Roger holding both of their hands at the moment.
Yep, 2v2. This is a pretty nice Queen of Pain game. There's only the Vengeful Stun and the Night Stalker Silence to deal with her for quite a while. We'll probably see the Nature's Prophet build toward an Orchid, but that'll be down the lines.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as mid one has a Yules or a Lincoln's or maybe even both, he's going to be feeling pretty invincible this game.
Yeah, I think, like we were saying, Navi, they need to pretty much snowball out of the lanes if they want to go for the late game, or have a huge advantage if they want to take it late game versus a Terrorblade, Queen of Pain, Axe core.
Now, I guess the question is, with the sort of popularity of the item at the moment, does mid one build a Kaya this game? And if so, when abouts?
Yeah, that's true. Zeus and
yeah, Dendy. I mean, Dendy should. I feel like on the Zeus, it's very much. It's more likely to be on the Zeus than the Quad.
Yeah, that's
but I'd put my money on it coming out on both of them this game.
We'll see. I think mid one might have some other priorities of items first. But we'll see how he decides to go for here. I think some armor could be nice, and we've seen it in general. Actually, fortunately, he tries to go for the courier. They start to bait him toward it. Puppy has net.
Yeah, they're going to give him a chase. I think he's going down. That's the first but that's the courier snipe failed.
That's a safe play Nature's Prophet that TP'd for this and dies. And I was about to say, too, that mid one's not doing well in the last hits. He's 3-0 to 12-1 on the Zeus. But picks himself up a kill. Actually, Puppy got the last hit.
Puppy gets mid one certainly sticking around and being involved. Yep. Gives him a bit of a boost. But yeah, as you said, Dandy did very well with the Arc Lightning. Spam. Not missing a creep, as it were, as the waves come through.
Potter should have a great time. Every time they leave this Weaver. Weaver in some trouble if he gets a couple spins.
I'm gonna say, if he spin a couple of... Well, if one more spin there, may have just done that. Got to be careful, Crystallized. Then I could just look across. And we'll force him back.
Very nice Axe lane whenever the Venge does move. But Venge and Weaver, they do have a lot of minus armor that can be applied. And Axe, not really the most armor at the early game. Only 3 and bugs in that Wave of Terror. Does cripple him down a bit in that regard. Yeah,
I mean, if Crystallized does put the point in the bugs at level 3, that is it's a scary lane for fun. Yep. When those two are down. Yeah.
Luckily, he's in his
top lane. General being run down here by Ace, and the Metamorphosis. One more hit will do it. He's got it. General down a couple of times so far this game. Very rough start for the Nature's Prophet.
So these dual lanes are working out already for Team Secret. Mid one's still struggling a bit on last hits, but he'll catch back up soon, more than likely. Firing himself a lot of magic wand charges versus that Zeus and Night Stalker. So we're waiting for 4-minute mark for the big rush for Navi. That's where the Night Stalker can roam very nicely and Nature's Prophet can join, and they can make any lane go from like a 2v1 to a 4v1, etc.
Got it. A little more careful now.
I'm glad we get to see Axe. I haven't gotten a chance to see him in a professional game.
Oh no, look at this well done.
Oh no.
It feels bad to look at this top lane. It's the third time General's gone down. 4 minutes.
Ace went the killing build. He didn't go for the conjure image. He just has 2 points in the reflection to make sure they can't have that chase down. Very happy with this so far for Secret.
General's can't afford to continue to feed like this, and he goes back to the lane. But at this stage, you sort of got to ask yourself, how much can he actually do this? It's a Terrorblade with the amount of armor that Ace has early on.
And yeah, just casual 4-minute treads on Ace. Roger now gonna try to help out though.
Look at it, yeah, this Terrorblade just takes no damage when the right click's coming. And with the illusion, Roger is just forced back away. Ace is feeling very confident on his top lane where, yeah, it's just all pretty much physical other than that void damage Duke. So no real reason for Ace to play very scared here, and you can play as confidently as he wants.
Gets netted up. They actually close the gap on him. He's dead easily to these two.
Got it. It's a little low. Doesn't the bugs bringing him down? And with the rotation from Roger, Navi do find a kill in return. Navi goes for the TP out, will make it. So Navi do manage to find the trade. Able to shut down Fada.
That's the outnumber thing that we were just talking about. It's, you know, even if Secret do go for a kill, Night Stalker ports down, makes Prophet as well. They can get that number advantage, but they do lose the Venge, and now Fada has a Ring of Health finished up on top of that Magic Stick in the bottom lane.
And again, you know, with that port down bottom from General, he just has to make the long wall back up to top. He didn't have a CP.
He's actually just running the whole way, huh?
It's just a lot of time that General's not finding much at all after a pretty dodgy start up top, giving himself away twice.
And I'd mentioned how whenever the supports do leave the Weaver bottom, that's not a nice matchup for Weaver at all versus the Axe. Because you're such low range with the Battle Hunger extra movement speed, you can close the gap quite easily as an Axe.
See, Secret can get done up on this top lane. Puppey back up top, looking to make something happen with this aggressive tri lane. Mid lane, starting the the gap's being closed. So mid one falling very much behind at the start of CS. He still is behind, but he's closing that gap. Puppey keeping Snake away. Roger's there. They will look towards Puppey. Instant Ensnare comes out with the damage from Ace. Roger is in a lot of trouble. The Metamorphosis is just pulling this Night Stalker apart.
Riptide, that -3 armor.
Oh, I mean,
the Metamorphosis, so much damage coming out from
these lanes for Secret are just looking so strong overall. It's just the way, Navi, they wanted to try and dodge this, but it's not worked out.
Fada in a world of hurt down here. With the Zeus rotation too, this should be a pretty easy pickup for Navi.
I think if you get the call onto Crystallize, and the Whirls nearly do bring him out.
Yeah, the Neko now being chased out by Puppey and Yapzone. He has a TP. Can he duke him out? Puppey guesses one way. Can he get the net off on him? He cannot. Done. Bendy's still doing quite nicely in the mid lane, of course. 36-3 to the Queen of Pain's 34-8. Collecting those bounty runes.
Definitely the biggest worry in this game is the fact that Ace is having a pretty free lane up top. Yeah. Along with the kills that he's picked up. He's top of the net worth on this Terrorblade. Sure, they do have the Zeus, and as you say, there are going to be magical bursts coming out at all stages that Navi will have chances to bring him down, but you never want to give a Terrorblade a strong start.
I like how Ace also, with the reflection versus that Nature's Prophet, since General does have an Aura Venom on Nature's Prophet, every time he pops reflection, General gets slowed down just a little bit more too, so they can get that chase down. Pretty obnoxious. And they get the gap for the stun. It doesn't look like another disaster, but Puppey actually mid one shows up.
It does indeed. Gets the Sonic Wave onto two. They'll dunk down Snako. Puppey is saved by Yapzone with the Corn Embrace, and Navi, they just have to get the hell out of there. But Midone, with that haste rune, chasing down Roger, should be able to claim the Night Stalker as well. He's trying to fly himself away, but Midone's on point with the blink. Picks up Roger. 7-2. Navi unable to catch a break with these movements that they're desperately trying to force. They are not working the majority of the time.
Naga's just such a tanky hero. When they go for that kill, it means 8 armor. He still had the 11 wand charges on top too, and it's 820 HP. This hero has 2.8 strength gain on an agi hero. It's actually pretty ridiculous.
Now bottom, Fada does find Crystallize there with the call. Battle Hunger as well. The bench turns up though. Fada's getting kind of low. Recall embraced by Yapzor. Gives him the heal, and that should keep him safe enough to back off. He'll have the Berserk Skull back up in a second, so Crystallize has to be careful how close he gets to this axe. They'll salve him up. General
comes in.
He's also coming. He's not going to be able to cancel the salve. Yapzor does get trapped up by the Sprout, but can they actually get the kill on the Wyvern? They're desperately trying to chase, but Snake has to be careful. In fact, with the trees there as well, there's going to be more than enough procs with the counter Helix to bring Snake down. And this first 9 minutes, it just feels a little bit scrappy from Navi and Secret, and not being messed around. They're getting the kills, they're finding the space. Ace is putting a serious amount of damage onto the tier 1 on the top lane. And General, I mean, they're still playing around with Fada, but he goes straight for the TP out. They haven't got enough physical or any way to stop it, and they just can't get the job done.
Dandy just poured it top, and mid one's collapsing with Ace up there.
He's gone. The reflections on him, slowing him down. Mid one as well moves in, and they may even get more. He ensnares back up. They've got the range. They catch out Suneko. Secret. They're not only getting Dendi off the back of that rotation, but they pick up Suneko as well.
And yeah, he's bottom out too. He might get dove out to here. He does still have Cold Embrace, and Fada's rotating in.
Yapzor's going to be able to live. Definitely with that Cold Embrace still there. And with Fada in the neighbor, they have to be careful now, how much they want to stick around for this kill. Crystallize is looking for Yapzor and does get him. He will at least get the Wyvern kill, but indeed the tower up top goes down. Ace gets the final touch, and even though it may have cost him his life, Yapzor will keep that bottom tier 1 alive, and Fada will be able to hold that lane.
So they haven't started doing any stacks yet, but this is a interaction that we used to see when people were picking Wyvern and Axe. I think Complexity was one of the teams that debuted. I think back in Epicenter, I think the first Epicenter.
It was,
Axe
yeah,
Wyvern, when you do Ancients, you stack up those Ancients, you have the Cold Embrace plus the counter Helix. They haven't started the stacks yet, but it is a possibility that they can do to accelerate that farm. Ace, jungling it up. Ace already level 9 on that Tower Blade. So is mid one.
He's looking pretty terrifying, and look what he's got.
He actually goes for the hood.
He's got the. I mean, you talked about how good the Zeus is at all stages against the Terrorblade, and I guess is to the point that you just want to get that hood, because that suddenly it changes everything. That hood is an incredible. Even though even in the latest patch, it wasn't nerfed, still as good as it was. And if he ever does want to eventually finish it onto the pipe, that's even better. Bottom lane. Looks towards Fada, but they've got the burst into the call. Fada is falling low, so they got trapped. They will finish him off, but Ace has turned up into town. Will take down Roger, chasing down Suneko. Dendi unable to hold back Ace for long enough, getting this double kill.
I really like the hood pickup, honestly.
I mean, it's a must buy. This game, it really is.
It's just an incredibly good item for Zeus at all stages in the game. And Terrorblade does stuff for that magic damage, but I mean, not so much anymore.
And you got to ask yourself then, what's this Zeus going to do? Because that Zeus was picked because of the Terrorblade. Yeah. And sure, Navi, they probably knew that Ace, he would go for an early hood. But what's the plan other than that? It doesn't look great for Navi. 12 minutes in, Secret leading 12-4, 3k lead, and Ace is getting it.
Mid one, though, in the mid lane, he blinks up aggressively. Got an Invis rune, but they have the last.
Very close.
But they still had another lightning bolt coming in, though, so they probably would have had him anyway. But mid one getting a little over eager. Bottom lane though, Ace beating on that tower. See what Roger can do with this Night Stalker. He's been having a little bit of trouble this time as the Night Stalker, finding those moves, since in general keep actually just getting punished. Mostly general.
Good recovery for General though, in the sense that even though he did die 3 times early on, he's not getting behind in that way.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Yeah, keeping it solid. But the pressure is certainly on for Navi.
We're gonna have lots of hoods being picked up, I have a feeling. I think he as well is going to go for the pipe on Naga Siren and negate that magic damage. Bada getting close to that Blink Dagger. That's going to be really nice to combo up with both.
Oh, Roger.
Winter Wyvern.
Oh no, with the Winter's Curse to set up for Puppy to close the gap. Puppy does get silenced. Doesn't actually get the ensnare out in time there.
Yeah, he found the real one right away. Puppy even used the mirror image to try to juke him out with it. That's played by Roger surviving. Now mid one might be Blink, but he's gonna get chased.
Yeah, they got the silence. He needs back, but he needs it now, and it might not even be enough with the Sprout coming through. Mid one is gone.
2 big kills going for Navi.
Absolutely, this is massive. Shutting down the Queen of Pain's pace, and Yapsor being chased by Crystallized. No cold embrace for 6 seconds with the Nature's Wrath. That's the second one for Navi.
Excellent momentum. Good move.
Exactly what they need, those sort of plays. Coming in aggressive, catching Secret off guard, and punishing mid ones. Sort of over aggressiveness, we're seeing a couple of his blinks now, and have sort of bind himself in the butt.
Yeah. Now the TP's coming in. General finding Fada. Oh, he actually gets... This is a big damage. Like an instance where Crystallize is very powerful. He hits level 10, so he's got that mana break talent on the Weaver. And he's going for the Maelstrom build after just getting a casual Perseverance. So it will have damage, and that's a good way to deal with the Terrorblade as well. Although Terrorblade did build hoods, so he's going for more magic damage. Clear the illusions and push out waves. But Terrorblade will be a little bit resistant to that. And good deep aggressive wards coming out from Navi during that aggression that they had made. So they will be able to watch whenever Secret does play on that left side.
And the Kaya is picked up for Zeus.
Yep.
4 staff into Orchid, looking to be the order of the day for mid one this game.
So that would be a tribute.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean, I guess the Force, it's a bit of an answer to being able to sort of get out after you blink in.
They don't have
Ways we play.
They don't have crazy catch like we said on Navi for him, so it's I guess that's the option he wants to have there in the act.
Oh, he does. He manages to grab Roger, bringing him down. Roger does have friends around him. In fact, they turn towards Puppy. Cold Embrace from Yapso comes through. Puppy will be kept alive. Roger will tick down with the battle anger, but he's enough health to keep himself from dying. Towards Dendy in the mid lane. Couldn't quite make the jump.
Secret have a smoke. They do not have one of them on them. They're gathering up for the shrine, and they're gonna have to just keep pushing out lanes in the meantime. Prior games with Axe, 3 of them were losses.
All were losses.
And 1 was with the Liquid in Captain's Draft.
So a 0% win rate.
I think I played against Axe in 2015.
It ain't great. But you can't spell 100% without a 0. So with that knowledge, Lana might be able to do this.
He's going for Hood as well on the Axe.
Yep.
So, mass Hoods. Name of the
It
game.
is the way to play against the Zeus. Really is.
Yap sort of queued up a urn on top of a Spirit Vessel. No particular massive thing that they have, but he just wants to have more sustain for the pushes with that Cold Embrace plus Vessel. Level 9 on Yaps on that Wyvern. Very high level for support moment in time.
Dendy.
Puppy.
Ace found Pups. And they're turning over him, Matt. Sarah. Snake baiting him down. Have they got the burst to do so with the Thunder God's Wrath they have? Winter's Curse comes out a moment too late, unfortunately. And will not buy time to save Puppy's life.
Navi was waiting for the perfect time to get just enough
Really
damage on top of
They're
Puppy.
going to see if they can catch more here, Roger. Bit. Not able to really find a setup for Navi to go in any deeper.
This is the darkness being used, so the vision is reduced for Secret at the moment. General doing. He is building toward that Orchid, as we mentioned in the beginning, that he would need it to deal with the Queen of Pain. Mid one.
Oh, Puppy.
Whoa, careful.
Hello.
Oh. These wards are doing work for Navi.
I mean, yeah, Puppy just walked into that one. And Navi, they're inspired back in. Flutter will jump forward with the blink. Have they got the burst? No. So naked with the swap. Buys time for Roger. He's on the retreat. They're trying to chase. Roger's going to look for the neutral deny. Can't find it. Mid one does pick up the kill.
These 2 wards by Navi have gotten them so many kills here, but now the big important thing for Secret is that they did defend the tower. It's actually pretty much full HP up here still. The Navi, they got a good sequence of kills, but they have not gotten a big objective out of these kills just yet, which they need to do when they have it running this Zeus lineup. Dendi, Kaya finished up level 12, going for what it looks like Bloodstone.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower has enough.
Definitely seeming to be the very popular build with a lot of these mid laners.
Oh, Navi knows that Secret was smoked up. Ace picked up a illusion rune in front of Taneko, and Taneko actually spotted out the ward they placed as well.
But let's see if we get a grab on Crystallize. How's Crystallize doing? I think as you say with the Maelstrom and
Inslaz next.
okay.
Man, they're actually getting into the push pit on the side of Secret.
I mean, with the illusions now being able to pack not necessarily a lot of opponents, but the high damage reduction applied to them when they're fighting, but it definitely tanks the road, keeps it relatively safe for them to go for it.
It's daytime, and there's no darkness available. They know that it was used last time. They don't have the minus armor from the Riptide there just yet, so it's going quite a bit. It's going pretty damn slow.
Yeah, it's not a quick one.
Oh, Wave of Terror hit it, and they have bugs now, so that helps a bit.
All right, cheers, lads.
Died though.
RV. Surely they want to try and do something about this. They don't.
They can't versus 3. They go in when it's too low.
I guess that's what it is.
And they finish it. Getting lower and lower now. Mid one is well trying to deal with this one in the push mid. General though, ratting bottom, trying to get for tier 2 in the meanwhile.
Huh?
But yeah, Secret gets this one, and it doesn't look like they have to even extend the song of the Snyder either. That's massive for them.
That was an easy rush out. There, the root now, all Ace. Pulling low, that's Thunder. I'll take that life of yours. Crystallize instantly. Does time that's back. Puppy with the song, getting him out of there. Roger trying to chase. With the urn onto Fada. After the wraparound as well, General pops down the Sprout, but now in return the ensnare's on, and mid one jumps forward with the burst. General's gone. Ace actually the one to pick up the kill. Ace falling very low, but he has the Aegis ready for round 2. Fada goes straight for the TP out, and he does make it. Again with these escapes. Can they kill Ace the second time though? They silence him, swap him back, and with the magic missile holding in place, they will for sure take down the Terrorblade. So all in all, that patience from Navi not to take the fight in the pit, but actually wait until the song's used, chase down straight after it. It pays off. They get the Aegis out of Ace's hands and they get him down for good.
Yeah, nice aggression there. In mid one, okay. Blows the Sonic Wave for the Venge. Yeah, Fada couldn't get into the fight for Secret. They couldn't get the catch. He goes for the call now, but find anything.
It is close at the moment. 20 minutes.
Close.
And as I said, it looked a little rough for Navi at the start, but they certainly sort of made amends to their issues. General, as we've been seeing, is catching right back up.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of keeping that split push going.
Yeah, Orc is pretty much there, and as we said, these silences can be massive this game, especially at this point where has anyone got any sort of removal yet? How's mid one looking after the 4 stuff? He's
just going for it.
He's just okay. So he's burning aggressively himself, and the other big one is Ace and the Manta style. How close is Ace to his Manta? He's pretty close, so he should have that relatively soon, and then those silences will be less of an issue. But definitely mid one, he does have to be careful where he puts his feet. Still very vulnerable to being bursted down and silenced.
Yeah, they need Fada to be able to initiate the fights in Secret. Lately it's been them getting initiated every time. Now mid lane, Fada.
He gets
Fada
back. And look at the damage coming out for Crystallize. Fada is not escaping from this one. He's gone. Quick swap plays for Zaneko. And then look at this General. He is trying to set up for more. Doesn't quite have the control onto mid one, but does bring him down. Mid one has to back away. Some great aggression being turned up by Navi.
Yeah, every time it's nighttime, they're just really trying to push the issue. And the lanes are all being pushed in quite heavily. That needs proper General doing a great job. And does Dendi have Bloodstone finished? He can purchase it from
Puppy. Oh, he's going to walk into this one. Void silence. Mid one with the 4 staff does take Puppy back to safety. Quick force plays there from the co-op to save his support.
Kind of feel like Yapsor shouldn't finish the Spirit Vessel. I think he should go for something like Glimmer or Blink Dagger for his teammates this game. The Spirit Vessel is nice, but having those defensive items I think will be a little bit more important to protect Ace this time around. Roger gives the affirmative. And Roger's building for a Yule Scepter too, to deal with the silences as well as... Yule Scepter is also one of the best items versus Axe at all stages of the game. If he blinks in, you can just insta Yule Scepter if you have vision of him to cancel the initiation.
Yeah, it's very good.
Nice little pickup. And he's going to be very mobile build. And I think he's going to have Does he have the cast range talent at 15? If he wants to go for it, that'll help for the Yule Scepter, but strength is a lot now on Night Stalker.
Radiant's top tower
15
is under
strength.
attack.
It is, yeah, that's a hard decision. I think you're right. I think he may be
think with the
tempted
cast
by
range.
the cast range there with the Yules, yeah.
Since he's going Yules, yeah,
Yeah.
possibility here.
And especially the way he's been using the urn as well. Trying
Yeah.
to get it on the axe to stop him from blinking about.
That's yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a very good call. Crystallize almost has Mjolnir finished up on the Weaver.
He's
in farm.
Crystallized doing amazing. Listen, he's only about 800 gold behind Ace on the Terrorblade. That is quite impressive, and especially when we saw in that lane at the bottom where it was a little on the edge where he was laning against Fado, and there was a lot of times where he was getting brought down low, but he's kept his cool, he's played it safe, and he is farming an absolute treat for Navi.
The wards on Navi have been definitely better than Secrets so far this game. They've been playing around their vision better and just been able to get the opportunities to get them out. Fado now again.
Look at this. I mean, it's an easy kill for Crystallize in general. The damage between the two of those. And Crystallize will be silenced, but gets the Shikuchi off in time. The Orca coming in a little too late. And in fact, Crystallize turns and throws a fair bit of damage back the way of mid one.
So Fado knows that there's a ward there now, so. And that's what I just was commenting about how Navi's been playing really good around their ward vision right there. It happens again. Bloodstone finished onto Dendi, working that way toward that Nimbus next, as Slash would be very happy to hear.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped. Radiant's structures
Remember
have been
that,
secured.
the Nimbus. The global pickoff is going to be huge. Crystallized to scout out. General just brought in, Dendi throws out the clown.
So Yapster does finish the Spirit
Dire's
Vessel.
middle tower
So
is
he's
in
very
the
tanky on the
wrong
Wyvern,
end
and
of
the damage and heals are nice.
Now, yeah, with that boost, what Spirit Vessel and Cold Embrace, that was a pretty crazy amount of freaking.
Yeah. Fado really needs to get the Blade Mail finished up ASAP. He's starting to fall very far behind on that net worth, 6,300 gold.
Crystallized.
They've got the call.
They're looking for, they just need the instant silence from mid one's Orchid, and it should be there.
Got Lincoln's.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they don't time it right with the axe call.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate there for Secret, using a very long cooldown ultimate.
Oh, and that's neat as well. General, the instant silence onto Fado, making sure that the cool wasn't there to stop his TP. This is, I mean, as I said, at the start of the game, it looked like Navi hadn't quite woken up. Now it's looking like Secret. They're getting a little bit sloppy, and Navi are very happy to play this game now with the way that Crystallize is farming. And as we've seen, you know, they try their best there with the song setup, using an ultimate to try and catch this Weaver. But if the timing ain't right, they just can't lock Crystallize down.
Yeah, Navi's playing the vision game incredibly well, even though, you know, Secret does have all these illusion heroes, as the panel was mentioning. It's really just Navi finding everything and always getting the initiation first. We see now, of course, Roger building for the Aghanims next. He's playing versus an Axe Initiator.
Yes.
As you mentioned, he wants to be able to throw the urns, get vision of where the axe is coming from, as well as getting the Yules off on him. Can be very useful. What's Seneko trying to build up for? Okay, Seneko's going to be pretty poor this game since he's the 5-bench, but he is going to go for a Glimmer.
I mean, as we see so far, the swaps, they're all he's needed is have some nice ones to catch out Secret.
Yeah. They smoked up Seneko.
Oh.
It's a warding expedition.
Okay.
And Dendi's also always lightning bolting and looking for whatever vision that Secret does have. Secret's quite limited in other vision. They have only got one defensive ward placed right now in your jungle. And now Navi got a very nice deep ward with Seneko smoke there, so. Looks like Secret wants to put the fight top. They ping out Dendi. And the Blade Mail is finished on Fada. BKB, next item of course for Ace. Gonna really need it. Game in order to get into the fights. So we could maybe see like what, BKB into Blink Dagger, but he's kind of slot starved.
I mean, he is, yeah, with both the Hood and the BKB.
Yeah.
Two items that, I mean, there's not a lot of heroes that you ever really see that sort of progression. You know, that just goes to show how much you have to adapt with playing to get the Hood. And the BKB still is a must-buy.
I guess they do have players to initiate for him, but he wants somewhere to get into the fight on top of the axe call instantly. Maybe just having the Hurricane Pike after the Dragon Lance could be enough, so maybe not needing a blink this time around. But we did see it, you know, that Rezo picking up the Blink Dagger, and we've been seeing the rise of the popularity on Blink on Terrorblade. Puppey, mech finished up, going for Guarding Greaves next, and okay, so Yapzor does, okay, so he finishes up the Death Spirit Vessel as we mentioned, and then he's gonna go for Glimmer and Blink, so I do agree with at least going for that.
Where's the Yapzor meteor hammer? That's the question. Really.
Not this game.
You say that. It's gonna come as the ancient falls. Either way, I'm sure. You can always trust Yap to pick it up.
With this, Navi just doing a great job though. The map dominance continues, the vision dominance. They get a deep ward down bottom. General keeps split pushing in. They have that one board down with the Ancients too, so they've been seeing all of Secret's movements, and here we go, they're looking for mid one here. Mid one has BKB though, at the ready.
Yeah, with that BKB, it's pretty much an impossible catch.
Yeah.
Unless he does blink in. Gets crowded up, so for the most part, mid one be feeling pretty fine. Harder.
Under vision here. They go on him, they get the heals off.
I guess it doesn't matter unless if, well, it does if they don't have enough damage.
Mid one's forced that from the low ground there, able to push him out.
And using the Yaws and the Thunder Goes Rough at the same time, so they sort of missed out on a bit of the burst damage. But I guess, you know, Dendy also did just want to see where the rest of the team was before going for that play.
Yeah, they really wanted to cancel the blink too.
Yeah.
Blink away before as soon as he sees them. Again though, Navi seeing Secret every single time here with this vision. Full defensive wards, as we mentioned. Oh, they aren't able to get the catch onto Roger there. They did have that high ground vision placed by Yapzor, so they almost get a catch from it. They're all positioned together. General. Bottom, special vision has to execute up.
Yeah, he's rich and this time Father does get connected. Snake with a quick swap trying to save him, and Sonicwave brings him low. The pop himself fuel scepter isn't going to save him. Navi lose 2. Secret, they're not done yet. They're looking for more. Dendy tries for the TP out, but Puppey with the song catches him on the tip of it. Dendy's down as well. Ace gets the double. Mid one jumping forward. Look at it was Crystallize. Crystallize, he's going to turn, but Mid one again with his 4-star slides himself through the wall of the Roche pit.
And Roche is up, and they've got the medallion finished. They have a good amount of minus armor.
Timing for Secret.
All
3
Meadow.
kills and a free Roshan.
That is literally the dream for them there. Meta is used to get 3 kills. They go straight into the bed. Very unfortunate events for Navi.
And change it. He's changed around what he's queuing up on the Terrorblade. Queues up the butterfly instead of the BKB now. Certainly can work. I mean, as we said, the BKB, there's definitely reasons to get it, but you could rely on just the magic resistance from the hood to be enough.
I think especially because he has Aegis too.
Yeah.
He has Aegis, he has Cold Embrace. They have a mech as well finished on Puppey, who will probably go like Guarding Greaves Pipe. I think he wants to delay the BKB as long as possible, because eventually maybe he'll have to get one, but he gets it early, it starts ticking low, and it can be a bit of a double-edged sword in a way.
Oh, look who's here. General with the Hex on Safada. They've trapped him in. Have they got the damage to bring him down though? They're struggling. Still half health. Mid lane. Mid one gets the silence onto Crystallize. With Ace moving in as well. Crystallize is gone. They get the Weaver. And Secret, they're looking for more. Mid one jumps in. Looks to Seneko. Dendy trying to keep you out in the tree line. Will he make it? No. The Winter's Curse is there from Yapzor. Holds back the Zeus. And kills himself just in time.
So Ace did he use the Diffusal there to break the Lincolns, it looks like? That's a really neat way to neat item pickup to break Lincolns, so they can actually get the silence off.
And one of the ways that you can see the change as being a bit of a help and having the infinite charges now.
Yeah.
But again, these have been some nice fights for Secret. They're now starting to get that gold lead built up. 5k. 6k for Secret.
They were struggling for a bit, but then they slowed the pace of the game down, and yeah, that one sequence of events is just super beneficial. Pushes them about a 6k gold lead, and experience as well just jumps up. So he does take the cast range talent. That's what we had expected. He went for the Yule Scepter on the Night Stalker. Get that extra cast range for Earn, for Silence, for all of his abilities. Embrace plus Ancients. We did see it once.
There we go. The
it's not a stack.
But, yeah. Butterfly complete for Ace now. I mean, as we've seen already, Ace does a lot of punch in these fights now.
He is massive.
It's pretty scary, and it's a lot of pushing power as well. They can take building so easy. Kana, he gets to jump off to Dendy, who goes a little stroll outside the base, but it won't time tonight.
Ace is almost hitting that 700 GPM mark at the moment. That is pretty damn solid for him.
This is very, very quickly turning into a bit of a nightmare for Navi.
Yeah. They have Metamorphosis plus Aegis and Cheese. They can start in high ground easily here with Dendy dead.
Yeah, no Dendy for 30 seconds. But look, Bibwat links up to the top. No fear in the world. Metamorphosis is out. Secret.
They use flip on the
Oh, and look at that. Butter, he's jumping in deep, but he's only going to manage to find the catch onto Crystallize.
They're going to get...
Oh, sorry, not Crystallize.
They're going to get 2 sets off.
But still, yeah, that's another member down. This is looking pretty drastic. There's still a tier 2 top, so Navi won't get mega creep. But by the looks of it, there will at least be 2 sets of racks. As Navi unable to hold after they falter in a couple of very costly team fights. And Secret, indeed, clean up a second lane. Navi will hold on to the game. Now will I say that? In fact, now they do get crystallized. They jump forward. He's down for 75 seconds. No buyback. If Secret are aware of this, they may just go for the game.
They go for game, yeah.
And with no Weaver, I think it may just be over.
I think so as well. I don't really know how they can. I think Secret is going to struggle to take the full throw though.
I don't know, man. This is a pretty big Terrorblade.
Yeah, Crystallized spent all gold.
Yeah.
You're right. I think this is game. Mages and Cheese, yeah, they definitely have enough to take it. I think that's...
I mean, this is just the power of the set. This was always going to be an issue there. On this Terrorblade, getting the farm that Ace had, he just takes structures so quickly. He's falling low. Just have to be careful. He's dropping very... Just still have the Aegis.
Oh, I get that.
Back up to full. Navi just falling apart. As Secret, they just A-click down the lanes. They A-click the base. And Sneko has to G-click his keyboard twice. In fact, GG is cool.
That was one of the fastest sequence of events of the game ending that I've seen in quite a while. They get kills into a Roche, into like 3 or 4 more kills in the game. But they get 2 sets of racks because this Weaver has no buyback, and then he gets picked off without having buyback either. Okay.
Yeah, a very sudden end to the game that was sort of steadily brewing for the first 30 minutes, and the point where it was like, okay, this is going to go somewhere exciting. No, Secret just absolutely stomped the last 5 minutes of that game. It was just
Ace played out of his mind.
Yeah,
this game.
Ace is, as I said, I've been very impressed with him recently, and
You're a big
continue
fan.
to